Good afternoon. You are listening to the Damilola Bisuga Show. I am your host, Damilola Bisuga, also known as Dami B. I am taking over your airways from now right through up until 7 p.m. this evening. And this is the show where I bring you the hottest, latest celebrity news and gossip, and I also bring you interviews with the most interesting and creative personalities from your community. I'll also be playing you some great music, urban music, Afrobeat music, hip-hop music, and all of that great stuff. So you are definitely tuned into the right show. Wait, that sounded a bit wrong. Right, okay, let me start again. But basically, I've just literally, the reason the show started a little bit later today than usual, because I've just literally come from a training course on giving Botox and fillers. Oh. So I'm now a qualified, aesthetic nurse in Botox and lip fillers and everything.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself.
Where did that one come from?
I'm telling you, I'm a nurse anyway at the moment. But I specialise in psychiatry, so obviously aesthetics is very, very different. Cosmetics and all that is very different. But I just thought, it's on the rise. The beauty industry is really on the rise.
Billions.
Billion-dollar industry, especially in America, it's taken over already. They've already gone, and it's coming to the UK more and more. So I thought, okay, this is quite interesting, making people happy and beautiful, and doing whatever they want to do to their faces. So I felt okay, let me jump in on this now. Yeah. Whilst I can.
Yeah, do it.
No kids, no
get away while you're at.
No distractions at this moment in time. Let me go do it. So yes, qualified.
Congratulations!
Botox.
Wow, exciting! How exciting!
I love that. You were like, where did that come from? I know it's a bit random when I say it now. But
but it's something that you want to do.
Yeah,
and you're going to
definitely.
enjoy doing
I like making people happy.
Yeah,
and sometimes in the NHS, you never feel like you make anyone happy. As a nurse.
I know. I always admire the NHS, because I always say I take my hat off to them, because I've never been in there and I've had care in there, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's just, especially when I had my children.
Yeah.
Anything's wrong with my children. I remember calling the ambulance and they didn't come off the phone until they were at the door knocking. Absolutely. So I have massive, massive respect for them.
Thank you very much, and big ups to all the NHS workers across the country.
Yeah.
We salute you.
Doing a great job.
Thank you. Right now, we are going to take a short musical break, and I'll be playing Ed Sheeran, and this is Shape of You. Oh, I can never get enough of Ed Sheeran.
Oh, gosh.
I'm happy you love it. We'll be back right after this short musical break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to All FM 96.9. We are back. We were having a really interesting conversation during the break. I wish we could bring it on air. I think I'm going to invite Rob onto the show one time and have this discussion. Yeah. What do you think, Keisha?
I think so. It was so interesting.
Do you think that's good?
It's interesting.
Good. Yeah. But for now, we have to move on to some more celebrity gossip. Apparently, Justin Bieber is born again and has found God.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one.
I was just as surprised.
Oh, okay.
The guy that he's with, though, has been recently accused of going to gay bars, and he's supposed to be a closet gay.
Right, interesting. There's always a twist, isn't there, Keisha?
Yes.
Thank you for that. But apparently...
What sort of preacher takes photos and selfies of themselves with the tops off and stuff like that?
Right, how interesting. Well, I just thought this was quite random, but I suppose good.
Yeah.
News.
Yeah, that's good news. I'm happy about that.
Good for the Christian community.
Yes.
So apparently Justin Bieber has found God. He has received some counselling from his church, and he is now apparently trying to distance himself from the negative influences that were in his life as of recent. Now, if you... I've watched Justin Bieber literally from his first single, when Usher first found him, when Usher started moulding him.
Definitely.
And he dropped that first song, What was that? And he looked like a little girl
It did.
with his long hair and the bowl haircut.
I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh,
That's
One Time. It was called One Time, wasn't it?
something along the time.
No,
Yeah.
I'ma love you one time.
Was that the first
One
one?
time.
Yeah.
I'ma be your one love. You be my one heart.
Boys
Always
want the
taking care of
No.
you. One love. Yeah,
That one that
song.
Dami singing.
Yeah. So I remember when I saw that video, I was thinking, do you know the first thing I saw when I saw that video? I was asleep in my uncle's house. I remember everything. I was in London, asleep in my uncle's house, and I woke up and I was hearing the song. I was like, I really like this song. And do you know what I said to my brother? I said, who is this girl singing? She's really good. And then my brother was like, that's a boy. And I was like, really? What's his name? Justin
It's
Bieber.
funny you said that.
Did you think the
Yeah,
same?
the same thing. I was in Jamaica on my honeymoon and I heard the song and I said to my husband, he's gonna make it big.
Mm-hmm.
And there it goes.
There it goes.
Really, really evolved.
So from there, I'd say a few years ago, things started going a bit wrong, and he just started changing a lot. And you see this a lot with child stars, don't you?
Yeah.
Like from
All
who
the
come into
cocaine,
the limelight.
Many of them, yeah.
Very, very young. And Justin was getting in trouble with the police, like all the time. He was in the news for something or other, or he was fighting with fans, or like literally just odd things that just made you think he's really troubled right now.
Yeah.
He's clearly troubled. You can see it. And you just think, well, where are his parents? Where's his mum? You know, there's nobody there guiding this young man who's obviously dealing with a lot of pressure being in the public eye. So that's why I'm kind of happy for him that he feels like he's found some peace.
Yeah, that's good.
Turning to the Christian community. However, now the friends that he was hanging around with not that long ago, for example, Floyd Mayweather, which we'll come on to later on, he's now distancing himself from Floyd Mayweather in particular. He actually went as far as to unfollow him on Instagram.
Wow.
So now all his fans are really upset that the fact, you know, that he's just like trying to distance himself from all these people, including Floyd Mayweather's father, saying like, look, you know, Floyd was there for you all this time when you were doing all this and that. So just because you found God, that doesn't mean you need to now like stop talking to all your friends who are not Christians, who don't believe in God. That doesn't mean you should just, you know, distance yourself. So it's a tricky situation. You want to move with people who are like you.
Yeah.
That's generally life, isn't it?
Yeah.
So don't you distance yourself when you're trying to move into a different direction?
Yes, because if you're going to stick around in negativity, that's what's going to follow you, and you've got to move on from that to the positivity for things to start changing.
Exactly. So, I mean, what do you think about Floyd Mayweather's father saying, well, he was there for you like all this time? You know, yeah, he's not like the best role model, but he was still your guy, he was still your friend. So why are you trying to distance yourself and like unfollow him and everything
tricky,
now?
isn't it?
Can you see from their point of view?
Yeah,
or?
I can do. I can see both points really, because in life, when we decide to do things differently, things change, and your circle change.
And those people in that circle are not happy with you, are they?
Yeah. So
when you try
tricky.
and move on from them.
Yeah.
I don't know, how do you deal with that when someone's not too happy that you're trying to change direction and they're not going in the same direction as you?
I think you've got to talk about it, because regardless of what you're saying is, you've got to look out for what you're doing. So you've got to foremost put yourself first, and then have a reason with them, talk to them and find out what the issue is, what is the problem, you know, can you work around it? If there's certain things there that's wrong and certain things that needs implementing in the friendship, just do it.
Okay, do you mind if I ask, do you have any beliefs, religious beliefs?
Yeah, I've grew up in the church, so I've got religious beliefs.
So let's say you had just, let's say you had just recently became a Christian, for example, and, you know, you said to your friend, you felt like you didn't want to necessarily have friends who were not also Christians.
Yeah.
How would you be able to have that conversation with someone who you've known, you know, for quite
time,
a while,
yeah.
but now you're trying to separate yourself from them?
Yeah, it's a hard one, because you've got to think that you've come so far, and it doesn't stop you if you're a Christian and you value that friendship. It doesn't stop you from still being friends, really, does it? You can do both.
Would you have to spend less time with them, though? A lot less time, don't you think?
Yeah, you'd have to share your time. You know.
Yeah, because Floyd will still want to be
his friend.
Floyd will still want to be clubbing and partying and doing all the things that was getting Justin in trouble.
Yeah.
back then.
I think Floyd is going to have to understand as well that things have changed. And regardless, it's Justin's happiness that, you've got to look at that.
Yeah, I agree. Now, were you watching this fight last night with Floyd Mayweather and the Conor, was it Conor McGregor? Conor McGregor. Wait, did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
Did you watch it? Every man in the whole planet watched it. Every man watched it.
And it wasn't a fix, all you McGregor fans.
Oh dear. I have no comments on that.
No comments.
Watch it and you'll see it wasn't a fix.
Right, yeah. I mean, there were literally like men who stayed awake from like 4 a.m. this morning to watch this fight.
Yeah.
5.
Okay, 5. It's still a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Like woman to woman.
Yeah.
That's a bit ridiculous.
Totally wrong. Should be sleeping at that time of the night.
Yes.
Morning actually.
Exactly. Women all over the UK lost their husbands last night. 5 o'clock in the morning, downstairs in the living room watching this fight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I mean, $100 million belts that they win as the prize.
Alligator.
Come on.
Wow.
Come on. There's too much money. I mean, what do you think about the fact that... What do you think about all these contact sports anyway, like boxing and...
I'm not, to be fair and to be honest, not a fan of boxing because I don't agree with the concept of it. I really don't.
Is it because of the damage
that
it's
going to do to you? That's your brain there.
Yeah.
That rules everything to do with your body. And once you get that damage, it's not coming back.
Is there?
So I really don't. I've got 2 sons, and I'm praying. One of them is really into karate, and I'm praying the other one, it's going to go into something not boxing or anything like that.
So you're okay with karate and other things?
Yeah, he does.
Because they still kick you, don't they?
Yeah, they still kick you as well. But
they don't kick the head anywhere near the head?
Not up that side. So that's why I don't really... The boxing thing
mind.
is the direct hit to the head.
That should be... I mean, do you think that should be made illegal?
I've always had strong views.
Like forbidden not to go above the neck.
So I don't understand the game of it because I don't understand how to not see the dangers of it.
Especially with evidence like the old boxers. Look at Muhammad Ali. Look at this. Even apart from there's so many other boxers who have some sort of dementia or degenerative disease or disorder now. And
because the hit that they take to the brain is brain.
But you just think, what are they not watching? What happened to these old?
I don't think
these old boxers up to now. Like,
I think it's very
it's
commercial.
regulated a lot more these days. Though.
Yeah, but they're still
hitting the head.
Whatever you can't hit in the back of the head. It's like Conor McGregor kept on trying to hit Mayweather in the back of the head, and he got pulled back. And, and at the end, this for the safety of the boxer.
Yeah.
The safety of the boxer, they stopped it because Conor McGregor could have got knocked out because he was fatigued, but it was a technical knockout going to Mayweather because in all, it's all about safety. It's entertainment at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, well done to both of them. Well done to Conor McGregor. You did get to round 10, apparently.
100 million.
Round 10, I thought he was going to go down first round. I'm not going to lie. I thought he'd be out first round. I thought, what? Floyd Mayweather, come on. And you're not even a boxer. Like, apparently.
Yeah.
Conor, well, not apparently.
MMA's a bit
he's an MMA cage fighter. Yeah. Conor McGregor. He's not even a professional boxer. He's a cage fighter. Right. 2 different sports. So I thought, oh my God, he's a bit... He's brave, isn't he?
Yeah, he is very brave.
Very brave. Well done anyway. Floyd won that fight, I'm sure you know. Yeah. But anyway, we are going to take another break. I'm playing you Malik Berry and, I love this song, featuring YC, and this is called Juice. I hope you're into your Afrobeat, Keisha.
I love Afrobeat. Excellent. I was just talking about that last night. Oh.
Excellent. So we'll talk more after the break. Right, you are listening to the Damilola Bisuga show on All FM 96.9, and I'm still joined by Keisha Adair Swaby. I started correctly, then I thought I was going wrong. Yeah. Then I was going to say the opposite. Swaby.
Yeah,
where is that name from?
That is, it's a Jamaican name, but we're not quite sure where the origin of it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Swaby.
Yeah.
Like you just swaying.
Along.
You feel very relaxed when you say that.
Swaby.
And then what nice. And then Adair.
Adair, that's from Scotland. That's a Scottish name.
Nice.
All my ancestors are like Irish, Scottish.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic.
There,
And then Keisha.
Oh, yes.
Let's analyse your full name, shall we?
No, Keisha. It actually means favourite one. It's an Afro-American name, and it means favourite one when I found that out. Yeah.
Beautiful. So we have time for one more quick story before we move into question time, before we move into your interview.
Yay!
So, have you heard that some lady is suing Usher for giving
Yes.
him
I heard that.
a not so nice STD?
STD, yeah.
I mean, first of all, did you ever know you could sue someone for that?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't
crazy,
aware.
isn't it?
I think there was something about people who are intentionally going around infecting people can be sued or can be locked up, but not if they've, genuinely slept together. It's a bit difficult.
Yeah, consenting, two consenting adults. Well, that's, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Your responsibility, love.
Yes.
It's crazy, yeah. And she wants $20 million.
Really? So she's even put a price on it? Oh,
$20 million from Usher, this lady wants. And But apparently, so they're still fighting this court case or whatever. But apparently, speculation is mounting that the judge will probably throw this case out.
Yeah, I think so.
Just dismiss the lawsuit. It's a bit of a silly lawsuit anyways, isn't it?
It is. I think there's, must be an element of receiving that money there. That must be what it's called.
Oh, of course. I mean, when you think about it on the other end, because in Usher's defense, how does he know she didn't have this, particular disease in the first place?
She's the one who had it. And
how do you prove who gave?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She might have just given it to him.
Yeah, she might have. Oh gosh, it's far too messy.
Case, yeah.
It's far too messy.
Yeah, way too.
So yes, right now we are going to move into the question time. As I said earlier, this week's question, which I like to put out to, I like to put into the public and just hear different people's opinions. So I was asking this week, why? Okay, in today's day and age, with our young generation, what is more important, the spirit of education or the spirit of entrepreneurship? I would love to start with my guest in the building and have her opinion, being a mother as well.
Yeah.
What would you rather instill in your kids?
With my daughter, I've got a 16-year-old as well. She just finished her just got GCSE marks.
Fantastic.
But
She's got them coming up next year, or she's just
got them. She's just got them.
Did she do okay?
Yeah, she did really well.
Very good.
Well.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she took 12 of them and she's got high marks.
Oh, fantastic. Congrats.
Yeah. But personally, myself, I always encourage a bit of entrepreneurship because you need that in there. You need that mix, because what I see with entrepreneurship is you're not building somebody else's dream, you're building your dream. So that's what you need to, even if you go to university and you get your degree, that will help you to, move forward and push forward, because that will be skills that you can put in your business. But I always say to her, have the mentality of being an employer rather than being an employee. Yeah,
I love that. And how has she responded to that so far?
She's very clever girl, and she's very grounded in what she's doing, and she understands that, because she's always said that I want my own business. So
excellent.
Yeah, I like that she's got that concept already and she's got that vision.
And what about people who might argue, well, no, Keisha, education is still the number one.
Yes, education, because whatever you're doing in life, you still need your education. I am all for education. Yes, go and get your degree, even if you go and work for a few years, but get that experience to go and do something for yourself in the future. Don't have that mentality that I've got a job and this is the be all and the end all. That ain't going to work. So that's how I see it.
I understand. And then, just to play devil's advocate, what about the people on the far right who might say, well, look at Richard Branson, look at Simon Cowell, none of them went to school at all. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, there's that element as well, because when you have that, I've seen many people who've gone on to doing a degree, and when they come out of doing that degree, they haven't got a job to go to. So that's that massive side of it. But they can always turn that around and go and create something for themselves rather than just waiting to find a job. Because sometimes it's difficult. And if it's not something that you're passionate about, something that you want to do, it's going to be more difficult as well.
I understand, because I think the problem is there are too many young people who do look at these very few examples of successful people who dropped out of school and became millionaires or very successful or very wealthy, and then they think, oh yeah, well,
yeah, but it
I
didn't
can
just
do it
start
too.
like that. It was they started, for the example of Lord Sugar, he started selling like computer stuff on the back of a van. It wasn't just handed to them on a plate. They had to work really, really hard for what they've got. So it's not an overnight success. None of them has, and that element of it as well, that will show them that whatever you're going to do, you're going to have to work hard. Whether you're working for someone or you're working for yourself, you're going to have to work hard anyway.
Absolutely. And oftentimes when people are telling the stories of these successful people, they often don't tell you how much they struggled and worked beforehand.
Yeah. I think 3 people like Coca-Cola in the first year, I think they sell something like 10 Coke, I think the stats were, or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, in the first year. So it's that concept of never giving up, because if they had, they would say, oh, I can't bother with this because I'm not doing as I should. But within a business, it takes time to take off. And look at them now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you are basically, you are an entrepreneur. You do several things,
Yes.
of which we're going to come on to later. So we have a comment from Kikemi, all the way in Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow.
And she says, in answering the question, I believe first thing should come first. Basic education is the key, and so it should be the bedrock of any entrepreneur. It doesn't mean an illiterate person can't be an entrepreneur, but there's a big difference in what an educated entrepreneur will achieve compared to what an illiterate entrepreneur will not achieve.
Quite interesting.
That's very interesting, because you don't think of the difference between an educated entrepreneur and an uneducated entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And we've got examples of both.
Yeah.
Both successful and both unsuccessful.
Yeah.
So I think it's a difficult
It's
question.
a hard one, isn't it?
Difficult question.
It is, because what drives some people is the passion that they have for what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And enthusiasm for what they're doing. So it all comes around to that as well, because that's a massive element of it. Because say that if you do what you love, you'll never have to work another day, because you're passionate. Yeah, something that you're passionate about.
That's very, very true. We have a comment from Tunde. Tunde is in London. Tunde says, education. Even entrepreneurs need to learn about what is in the market pool before they jump in and swim.
Definitely, yeah.
Very nice comments. And they're from Tunde, thank you. We have a comment from DJ Akira, and he, 3 words, very simple. DJ Akira says, both. Knowledge is light, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, yeah. Definitely.
I asked you to pick one, I don't know why you're telling me both. So, this coming from Gracie in Manchester. Gracie says, I would say neither. The young people and children of today need the Spirit of God. I would say both. Yeah. Okay, Gracie, thank you. Oh gosh, they need the Spirit of God. Some of these kids do.
They do.
They need God in their lives.
Right there, Gracie. Thank you for that
pictures
one.
matching your
You're not
request.
far wrong there. So we have this coming from Kelvin, all the way in Italy.
Wow.
Hi, Kelvin. Kelvin says, both. It's important to have an education in order to build your business empire. I was not brought up this way, but I'll definitely bring up my children this way.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good comment there.
Yeah, very good comment. And we have a comment from Cream, interesting name, Cream. And Cream says, one has to be educated before one can understand how to have an entrepreneurial mind. I'm not sure. I agree.
No, because I'm not. I'm a bit split on that one.
I get what
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, I have to agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, I get where she's trying to go with it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because there are so many examples
loads,
of uneducated
plenty, and
people,
this is what we're trying to
and they always had an
Yeah.
entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah.
No education.
This the passion. What
It's
they're
just
passionate about
in
what they've
them.
got is in them. They've got that.
Do you think some people are just born natural entrepreneurs?
No, I think
No.
some people just
Well,
don't
I
find
do.
it. I don't know. I think they can.
I honestly, do you know why? You see these kids, right? You see these little kids, and there'll be this little 4 or 5-year-old girl, and she set up a lemonade stand, and she's selling little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That's an entrepreneurial spirit in that child.
Yeah, from that age.
That's why I believe some kids are just born with. Some people are just born to be business
it.
people,
Yeah,
entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Do you
Because
agree with-
I remember growing up and going back to where I grew up in Jamaica, and I had that where I was selling the oranges.
You see.
I was selling the oranges, I was selling the cashews, I was selling the pimento, I was selling anything I can get my hands on to just, you know. So I know that coming up now, I have got that spirit in me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you agree?
Right there. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I made you change
Got me
your
over
mind.
that one.
Fantastic. So moving on swiftly, then we'll come back to more comments later on. But since we're talking about being an entrepreneur and a business-minded woman,
Yeah.
let's talk about Keisha.
Yes.
And Keisha, for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, last year, as you know, last year I made a transition from leaving the corporate world after 17 years. I know, 17 years. It was 5 years with the GMB and then 12 years with local government.
Well done.
And
It's a big jump.
Yes, it was a massive jump, but I did it, and I am so happy that I did it because now I've got a lot more freedom doing my degree. I've got more time to be with the children, and I'm so enjoying what I'm doing at the moment, you know, helping people to reduce their oxidative stress levels.
Help people reduce the stress levels.
There is one capsule, the tablet that we've got called, not going to say what it's called actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nickname, but I won't say.
Okay.
And this is helping people because when you take it, because of the synergy of the 5 ingredients that's in there, which is turmeric, which is a big thing at the moment, bacopa, things like milk thistles in there as well, ashwagandha herbs, and it's 5 natural ingredients in there. And as we all age, from the age of 21, our bodies start to change and our enzymes start to break down. So what happens is we need to be producing those antioxidants to fight the free radicals of our body that we go through every day. So this tablet now just reduces your oxidative stress levels by 40% in 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and this came about from an ABC primetime video where the reporter went in, had his blood done, and after 2 weeks he went back and had it done again, and it was reduced by 45%.
Fantastic.
So it totally brought down his
Amazing.
oxidative stress level. And we all have oxidative stress.
Yes.
We all have it in our body.
Yes, and oxidative stress. Sorry, just for those who don't know, including me, is that like just general
just
stress?
by living what the environment that we're in, the food that we're eating,
Yeah.
because the food is so depleted these days, and all the chemicals that they put in our food, you know, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, all of this contributes to oxidative stress levels in our body, and it causes our body not to be equipped enough to fight the free radicals and make more antioxidants. So what this synergy does, it switches on your enzymes so that it can produce its own antioxidants, so you don't have to take it. You don't have to eat like 3 million oranges to get your antioxidants. Right. This just switches it on. So that's the great thing.
1 million oranges? Oh my God.
Loads of oranges to get your levels.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know, like, okay, so this particular project, you take it yourself? You use
take it every day. I started taking it because I had underactive thyroid. I was really ill. I was very ill at the time, and other issues that I sorted out on the woman's side of things. Quite a lot of things that sorted out for me. So personally, I take it, my husband takes it, and I will never stop taking it.
Fantastic, fantastic. And so, just very quickly, for those who want to find out a little bit more about this product and how it can help them, where can they go?
They can they can just contact me through Facebook Messenger, Keisha Adair Swaby, and just find me on there, or go through to Dammy's page and let me know, and you can find me that way.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I know I want to really, do you know what? No, I'm going to save that. You have a very, very inspirational and amazing charity foundation that you're involved in now. So, but I want to save that for after this musical break. Shall we do that?
Thank you.
Fantastic. I'm playing you Runtown. This is a Ghanaian artist. I'm loving him right now. And this is Mad Over You. This was actually his debut track, and it just blew all over the Afrobeat scene. So yes, enjoy. This is Runtown, Mad Over You. You are licked. You are licked in. You are locked into All FM 96.9. This is the Damilola Bisuga show with my beautiful, wonderful guest, Keisha Adair Swaby. I feel like I have to say your full name each time I introduce you, Keisha.
Just call me Keisha.
So yes, so we've talked about your kind of journey into entrepreneurship and leaving the
Corporate world.
Leaving the corporate world, aka the rat race. No, I'm joking.
It was the rat race.
Basically.
It is.
So, what really pushed you to take that jump? Because most people in their lifetime never take that jump.
Yes, and
It's
that's
very
my.
brave.
I'm so passionate about people finding their purpose because I was just stuck and going over it. Everything, it wasn't a challenge anymore. Every day was the same old, same old. I'd go to work, but it just wasn't taking me anywhere. And I thought, I need to get out of this. Plus other issues that was going on within the organisation, I just had to make that shift.
Yeah.
And I was so glad that I did it.
Fantastic, fantastic. How did you feel handing in your resignation?
It was great. It was amazing because I knew that I was going on to something, other ventures that was great as well. I'm starting my degree, which is something that I've always wanted to do.
Fantastic.
So, guys, if you're out there and think you're ever too old to do a degree, don't. Just do it. Just get it done.
I love that. High five to you.
Yeah.
High five. And even my mum graduated at 50.
Amazing. 100 people, 90 odd doing degrees, so it's never too late.
Never too late, never too late. So let's talk about Jamaicans
Inspired.
I love it. So talk to us
Inspired.
about that. What is it, first of all?
Right, we're an organisation that's connecting the youth diaspora, the first, second, and third and fourth generation.
Excellent.
With people who are living, abroad and haven't got that connection of how to keep in contact with what's going on in their own parishes, in Jamaica itself, what projects they're working on.
Yeah.
And we came together to just create that linkage and create that bond between them.
Okay.
So that's what we do. We do a lot of fundraising in the communities in Jamaica, and we also do it in the UK as well. And we've got a massive drive at the moment to get people involved in it, because we want more people to be representing Jamaicans Inspired and to be getting involved and contributing to their own parishes in Jamaica and Jamaica as a whole as well. So just got back from Jamaica about 2 weeks ago now. It was absolutely amazing.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
3 weeks in the sun,
my
damn it, it
God.
was amazing.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And you mentioned, I love the fact that you're trying to get all the generations and first to fourth.
Especially the youths, with more, everything that we do is focused about youth. And when you was talking about entrepreneurship a bit before,
Yeah.
we've got an amazing program where we have the international mentoring program for the youths, and just getting them to realise that they can, get them empowered, get them feel like they can achieve anything, they can do whatever
that.
they say they want to do. And
I
we're
love
there
that.
to guide them and help them, because this is what some of the youths need today. They know what they want to do, and they know what their passion is, but they haven't got that help to push them towards it, or that mentorship, or that or that coaching, things like that. It's very important.
Fantastic. And so what generation are you?
I am first generation because I was born in Jamaica.
Okay, and
I
then
came to the UK when I was 14.
When you were 14.
So my children are
Second generation.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And why was it so important for you to do this, start this movement,
gosh.
target young people? What were you seeing in Caribbean young people that was upsetting you?
What was upsetting me is there's very lacking resources, because it's a third world country, as you know, and they're very lacking resources. So I remember the days when I was going to school and I didn't have a school bag, I didn't have shoes to wear to school. So when I saw Jamaicans Inspired, I was like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing way for me to give back to my country. I'm not saying that I'm rich at the moment and I'm able to give in that way, but every little helps.
Yeah,
so I started
absolutely.
from the base of helping these kids to get back to school. Little things like rubber sharpeners, rulers, it means so much to them, but to us over here, our kids go to school and get that, so we don't see it
Absolutely.
in that way. So for me, I remember all of that, going through that, so that's what led me to start the project with Jamaicans Inspired.
Okay, fantastic. And when did you actually start this project?
I started last year, and funny enough, everyone was talking about, we have a team meeting, and we're talking about going to Jamaica and what's going to be happening out there. And I just picked up one day and said, right, I'm going, and that was it. I made it happen. God made it happen, really, in a mysterious way. So I'm just so excited about the project and the future of it.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I want to get even more into this,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to play some DJ Khaled featuring Beyonce, and this is Shining, because I feel like you're shining right now,
Oh,
Keisha.
thank you.
This is a very fitting song. So yes, then when we come back, we'll talk to you some more about
Thank you.
Jamaicans Inspired.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Listening to All FM 96.9, and it is fast approaching the end of the show. But not to worry, we still got about another 25 minutes to go. 25 minutes of entertainment, baby, and 25 more minutes of Keisha.
Yeah, it's so much fun, guys.
I know. You don't want to leave now, do you?
No, I don't.
It's okay, it always happens. We're just that great, aren't we, Rob? We're just that great here at All FM.
Rob's concentrating.
Rob's concentrating. First time he's shut up all day. I love you really, Rob. Anyway, let's talk about Jamaicans Inspired some more, shall we? And for those who may have just joined us after the break, just very quickly, what is Jamaicans Inspired?
Jamaicans Inspired is an organisation that's connecting the youth diaspora, the first, second, third and fourth generation, back to the country of their origin, and we're always, trying to help the youth of the country, both in the UK and in Jamaica, and that's what we're doing, connecting everyone.
Fantastic. I have a special comment for you, Keisha, and see if you can guess who this lady is.
Yes.
She says, listening to the show now, Dami, loving the show. Please say hi to Keisha. We were together on BBC Over to You project and have been following her trip to Jamaica. Fab show. I like the music you're playing. Ed Sheeran, Shape of You is ace.
Is that,
who could this be?
could it be Melanie?
Nope.
Could it be Georgia?
No. How many people did you do this project with?
Quite a lot, actually.
BBC Over to You project.
Abby? No?
No.
Really? I'm lost now.
A lady called Anne Chisambo.
Yes, Anne, yeah.
Anne Chisambo,
really?
yeah.
Yes, I do know Anne.
She didn't remember you really, Anne. She just playing.
Yes.
No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say, the next name I was going to say was Anne, because thank you, Anne, because she also supported when I was doing my fundraising to go to Jamaica. Anne was one of the ladies jumped on and supported me as well.
Oh,
so much appreciated.
Fantastic. I'm hoping, hello Anne, thank you for listening. I'm hoping Anne, you will join us on this very show soon, because Anne is a financial
She
expert.
does amazing work in the community. Wow. And I am going to see her again in November, where we're going to do the business enterprise with Richard Davis.
Okay.
So we're going to be there.
Fantastic.
Yes, I know always does that one.
We need more like money experts from our community.
And
Teaching,
she's amazing.
yeah, teaching our young people. I love the fact that, and Anne is also, I have to say, Anne is also a broadcaster here at All FM 96.9. So yeah, I love the fact that, similar to what we were saying before about what's important, I think young people really need to learn more about money, how to manage money, how to save money, how to correctly spend money, so you don't go broke. I mean, it's just, we weren't taught.
Exactly. That's a massive thing that frustrates me about the education system as well, because they're there teaching the children about algebra, A plus X and whatever. Teach them how to do a budget, teach them how to balance their finances, teach them how to handle their finances and how to spend it when they do make it. Teach them life skills. I sometimes really get frustrated with things like algebra and all those things.
Exactly. I agree with you. So people like Anne Chisambo are kind of filling that gap. So thank you very much for that, Anne. And hopefully you will be on the show one day soon. So yeah. So back to Jamaicans Inspired. Where are you hoping that this, foundation, charity really
We're going globally, because at the moment we're in the UK. We've got a team rising in America, and we're also going to be taking the Song for Jamaica final to the US as well. We've also got a team going out going to be forming in Canada as well. So we are global, because if you think about it, in the diaspora, there's millions all over the world, and it's just a matter of keeping that connection with them. So I'm really excited about how we're going, and the people that are involved in it as well, our sponsors, and we've got people like Grace, which is on the back of my t-shirt there, and we've got people like Enterprise Car in Jamaica. So if you're going out there and you're part of Jamaica, you've got the membership of Jamaicans Inspired, you can get discount on renting a car. Yeah, many other little things that you can get. So that's
fantastic, fantastic. And was it only you that is behind this, or how many people?
There's quite a few people. Quite a lot of them. Our chairman is based at the moment. He's in Tanzania. Big shout out to Nathaniel Pete.
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Tanzania. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah. He's got an amazing project in Tanzania where he's helping people to get electricity, because he's built these panels which are solar operated, and people can have them to get light in the house and charge their phone. So he's out there amongst that Jamaicans Inspired, he does a lot of other things as well.
Fantastic.
So
Is he a native of Tanzania? Is he
No,
Tanzania? No,
he's
Caribbean?
No. Yeah,
Oh,
Caribbean,
fantastic.
Jamaican
Yeah.
heritage, yeah. But he travels all over in Africa and how.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So it's yourself and this.
But no, there's quite a few of us.
Quite a
There's
few.
also part of the team. There's Christine, based in London. There's also Karina. There's Abigail, who's based in Manchester, who does our press and media stuff. There's also Saraya, who does our communications, who deals with us in that database, yeah. And we've got people all over in there. We've got a wider team. One of our team who's moving over to Ethiopia. Big shout out to Trish, and she's going to be. So we're evolving all the time.
Fantastic.
We're all over. Yeah.
I have a friend who I might need to connect you with, because he's very Jamaican heritage, and he's very, very, pro-black, and
amazing.
he's very kind as well. He loves helping
What's
people.
His name
Is Dwayne.
Dwayne, what's his surname?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh, I'll find out.
Yeah, let me know.
I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his name is Dwayne. I'll connect you with him, because I think he'd
I heard
love
that
this.
name before, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so Jamaicans Inspired, was this the first non-for-profit organisation kind of thing you've done before?
Yes, it is, and because I've always been going around and thinking, how can I get involved in something that's actually giving back to Jamaica? And growing up there, because it's close to my heart, because I left at 14, the age of 14, and came to the UK. So I've always wanted to find that element where I can be involved with.
Yeah.
But Jamaicans Inspired came aboard, and then I just joined.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was me.
Fantastic. And you came when you were 14. Were you like an only child with your mum and dad, or
No,
the whole family?
I had now I've got 2 brothers and 2 sisters that I left out there. And
Oh, wow.
when I came on my own.
Oh my God,
There,
that must have been
yeah,
difficult.
hard. It was.
Were you the oldest? Is that why
Yes,
you were on
I'm
your
the
own?
eldest, yeah. So.
You understand me. Eldest child to eldest
yes,
child.
Eldest child, yeah.
You know the struggles
You know, girl.
of being the firstborn.
The firstborn, yeah, definitely.
Of 3 as well, same like me. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So they were like babies, or were they born?
They were born already.
But
They were already out
babies,
there. Yeah, but I was the eldest, so I got the chance to come.
And are they here with you now?
No,
Are they
they're
still
all
in
back
Jamaica? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so.
Fantastic. And have you, I hope you have you really seen a difference that this charity has made so far back home to children?
Yes, because when we went out there, when we were there for the 3 weeks, we visited the orphanages that we contribute to see all the kids, and we also visited the basic school, and we did some painting in the community at the basic school, and we also did a hike up a very, very high mountain to raise 265,000 for the hospital before.
Wow!
And then prior to coming back to the UK, we raised, I think it was 160,000 to buy fans
That's
for the
fantastic.
baby unit. Yeah, so we're doing amazing
Fantastic work.
Yeah.
Oh my God, if I ever need a fundraiser, Keisha, I'm coming to you. And Rob wants me to hire him as well.
Yeah, or you can do the photos, Rob.
Yeah. But I need fundraising from a digital magazine. We'll talk about it later.
Digital magazine. Oh.
Right. Yeah, we'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. And for I'm going to take this advice as well. For anyone who's listening who may not necessarily know how to, they want to help people, they want to do good. They don't know how to go about starting a charity of non-for-profit foundation. What do you do?
Because I didn't start it myself, but what they need to do is first to go and get advice about what they want to do and get the right people in place to help them to do that. And from there, they start to find a cause that they want to support or something that's dear to their heart. It has to be something that you're passionate about. It has to be your enthusiasm, because everybody have down days, but that passion's still going to drive you towards what you need to achieve for these people. Because it's easy to just walk away and think, it's not my problem, I don't need to do anything about it. But someone's got to take responsibility, someone's got to do something. You can't just stand by and not do anything. So, just be passionate and just surround yourself with the right people as well, the right contacts.
Absolutely. And did you, how did you go about telling you're married, mother of 4, and do your immediate family, do they support you with this project?
I couldn't have gone to Jamaica if it wasn't for my husband, because my kids were here, and he took the time off and looked after them for me. And when I said to him, we call each other Bab, and I said to him, Bab, I'm going to Jamaica. He was like, okay, it's fine. You know, he's very supportive in all that I do, and he knows how passionate. We're both from Jamaica anyway, so we're very passionate about it.
Fantastic. Well, you came at 14. I don't hear a hint of Jamaican accent in you whatsoever.
You want to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Oh yeah, man. It's Yahweh's today. You just need to come out at the right time.
It's like I'm talking to a different person. I love that.
Oh,
you sound like a different person. I swear to God, if I close my eyes, it's like somebody else is in the room.
Oh, it's funny.
That's
Jamaica
fantastic.
because we had quite a few of the girls from America, and they're trying to speak the patch. So I was like coaching them.
You
With
was
them. This
teaching
is how
them.
you say this, and this
Oh,
is how
that's
you say that.
amazing.
So interesting.
I feel like you should speak the rest of the show in your
In a
Jamaican
podcast,
accent.
all right.
Yes.
We can deal with that. We can deal with that.
Is it gonna throw you off the fact that mine is British?
No, not at all.
You can keep going. I don't know what to say, Rob. I've gone blank.
Stuck now. Just carrying as normal.
Oh,
I'll pick it up
fantastic,
for you.
fantastic. So, I mean, okay. So, yeah, it's a really amazing cause that you're doing. And I think if you could send a message to Caribbean young people today in Britain, with all the things that, with all the things that are happening, all the things that we see on the news, or some of the negative press, like, what would you really say to our youth, your young people?
Right now,
to help?
They need to sort of, because there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of hate that's going around right now, and I think they just need to look in, because we've all got that love inside of us.
Yeah.
We just have to dig deep and find it and use it as well, because when you find that there's love in your heart, they won't be doing the things that they're doing. So quite a few of them might be going through issues as well. And they are going through issues. They need to talk to somebody, get help. Don't suffer in time, because quite a lot of it might be vented anger, vented fear as well, fear of not being able to get a job. Things like that can be a big thing as well, and lead them to do things that they shouldn't be doing. So it's just about digging deep and finding out what they want as well, what they want to do, and just get the help to do it.
Amazing. Now I have to say, you are not a stereotype. You know what it is. A lot of people have this ideas about Jamaican or Caribbean families.
Yes.
The fact that I'm just putting out there, the fact that you are from a 2-parent, like you and your husband and your children.
Yeah, first generation.
Unfortunately, that is quite rare to see
It is.
in Jamaican communities. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're not wrong
Right.
at all. You're not wrong at all whatsoever. Because there's a lot of, I've known quite a few people who it's happened to, there's a breakdown and, things happen, but give and take. Give and take in a relationship as well.
What's the secret to a long and happy marriage?
Oh,
Keisha?
we've been married. We've been married now for December coming 8 years. And
8 years?
yeah,
Nice.
so we understand each other, really understand each other, and that goes a long way. And my husband is very supportive. That's a big thing for me, because I won't be able to do all of the things that I do if we don't. So
without him.
it's good to have support in your life as well, because if you think about it, I've not got parents in the UK that can say, have the
Would you
children,
mind the
or
kids?
yeah, would you mind the children? So we're always, he helps me as much as he can in regards to looking after them and take time off work to be with them if I need to be somewhere. Yeah. So having that support.
That's fantastic. No, it's great to see that, because I hate people who I hate stereotyping people.
Yeah.
But we do it though as humans.
We do
don't
as humans.
We
We all
like
do
to
it.
group
Yeah.
people together, but
Yeah.
it is wonderful when you see that. Well, no, there are still,
Yeah, it's wholesome.
whole families or
Whole family.
whatever that means.
Yeah.
But mum and dad and kids in the Caribbean communities, it's really great. And so Keisha, what does the future hold for you?
For me,
First of all,
personally-
you have like a big girl, don't you?
Yeah, I've got
in
a
a
16-year-old.
Oh, 16.
Yeah, she's 16.
Whoa! I saw her picture. I was she's about 20, 21,
That was her
22.
prom. No, she's 16. Yeah, she's 16.
She's gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah, thank
she
you.
looks so much like you.
I know, she looks,
She's like your twin.
She-
You could literally lie and say, "Yeah, it's my little sister."
Yeah, she's an amazing girl as well.
Oh,
Amazing.
fantastic! She's the one who just did her GCSEs.
Yeah.
and did very
Did
well.
very well.
What's her name?
Delia.
Congratulations, Delia.
She should be listening. If you're not,
Very-
you'll be answering
yes,
when you
yes,
get
yes.
home.
Congratulations from All FM 96.9 on your GCSEs.
Yeah.
And yes, Mummy is very proud of you.
I am.
She's gonna be mortified I called you Mummy.
No,
on
she
air.
still calls me mummy.
Oh, good.
All my
Good.
children call me
I was like,
mummy.
I've just embarrassed your daughter.
No. I've always said, don't call me mum. It just sounds, I like mummy. And they've always continued. She's continued.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I need to call my mummy.
You just sound so soft.
Yeah,
when
I
you're
know.
older, she's continuing to. I think even when she's 20, she'll be calling me mummy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
I like
Keisha, what does the future hold for you personally?
For me personally,
What would you like it to hold?
what I'd like it to hold is to continue to inspire others and helping others, contributing back to Jamaica. And I'm very passionate about speaking as well and inspiring others on a global basis. I'm also writing a book.
Fantastic.
So that should be interesting as well.
Oh wow! What's the book about? Give me
Well,
an
the book is
exclusive.
about an exclusive. I'll give you a little It's about me basically. Sort of like showing people that I came here at 14, and not to give too much away, but this is what I've gone on to, and this is what you can achieve as long as you believe in yourself and believe that you can achieve it too. So,
amazing. And any timeline of when that's coming?
Not as yet, because I'm still writing it.
Still in the works.
And I've got still other stuff doing, because once I finish my degree as well, I'll have to go on to do my masters as well. So
Oh my
I'll
God! You are really proof that you can have the family and you can still go for your career.
Yeah,
like literally, you are living proof of that.
I love learning and I love studying, so it's not a problem
Fantastic.
for me.
And what your degree, health and fitness, and
Exercise,
and exercise.
Yeah.
So what sort of stuff do you do in that?
In that, we'll learn a lot about our exams that we had to do. A lot about the internals, like the heart and the brain as well.
Okay.
A lot of work on that as well. Also a lot on the muscles, a lot on eating, nutrition. So once I finish that, I'm going to look into creating like my own company or business that's going to incorporate. I'd like to incorporate dance with it in some levels. You know, I love my Afrobeat. You know, I love my reggae and all of that. So I'm going to bring that element of it together with that.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
Especially for kids.
And just to put you on the spot a little bit, but then not really, because we're going to go for a break now. I would love, when we come back after the break, if you could give us like a couple of fun facts about Jamaica.
Okay.
So, you know, if there's somebody listening right now who doesn't know that much, maybe they've never even really had interactions with a Jamaican person, it'll be so cool if we could get some fun facts about your beautiful country. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's great.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So right now, I'm going to play Wande Cole with Iskaba. I think you're going to love this track. I think you're going to love it. This is Wande Cole featuring DJ Tunes. And don't go anywhere. Keep it locked on All FM 96.9.
Yeah. Brilliant. I love, you know, anything that's Afro, I just love it. Okay, what is
It's really taken over, isn't it?
Yeah, big time.
It's really taken over. So I hope in that break you've been thinking of your fun fact about Jamaica.
Yes, I do have a lot about the heritage that I can share with you.
Okay. I hope I can learn something new from this. So yes, we are at the end of the show now, but we've got time for one or two fun facts. So yes, what's the first fact about Jamaica?
We have got 14 amazing parishes in Jamaica, and I'm going to big up my parish, which is St. Elizabeth, and it's one of the biggest parishes in Jamaica.
Fantastic.
And also our national dish, which a lot of people may not know, is ackee and saltfish.
Ah,
you know about
not rice and peas.
No, not rice and peas and brown stew chicken. That's not it. No, that's not it. And the flags of Jamaica it's not yellow. It's supposed to be gold, because gold is for the sunshine. Yeah.
No way!
It's not yellow.
I didn't know that.
This has been a big thing in Jamaica for the 55 celebrations.
To be green, black, and gold. Predominantly.
Yeah. Even I knew that.
I didn't
Come
know that.
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it was yellow.
A lot of people, because you see it everywhere and it's yellow. Even not white fish, that's not. It's a gold. It's a different tone. Yeah, and that was a big thing when I was out there the other day for the 55 celebrations, because a lot of people were saying that that's not the right colours on the flag.
Yeah.
And things. Yeah.
Could you imagine if they got the Nigerian flag colours wrong? There'd be uproar.
Yeah.
Nigerians would be killing someone.
They would be uproar.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Even if they get the wrong shade of white in the white bit on the flag.
Yeah. Yeah, for the Nigerian flag.
Yeah.
No, we don't play. We don't play with our flag, okay?
Pure white.
Yeah, it's got to be pure white and dark green.
Yeah, I learned that new. Fantastic.
Because the green is for the agriculture of the country, and then the yellow is the sunshine, and the black is the population of the country.
Yeah. Wow.
Ackee and saltfish is the national dish, and
I've never had ackee and saltfish.
You've never had ackee and saltfish, have you?
But I don't. A lot of my friends and family are Jamaican.
Okay.
I like ackee, and I'm a vegetarian now, but at the past I
You won't
wasn't.
have the sawfish with it then, would you?
Yeah, no, I just have
right.
ackee.
Just
Oh, I
ackee.
love ackee.
Oh gosh.
Ackee and
for those
rice.
Who, you know, for
Ackee rice.
anyone who
That's one of my favourites as well.
for anyone who doesn't know what ackee is, what
Yes,
is ackee?
I'd say it's a vegetable, and it's quite interesting, the ackee, because you can't eat it until it's opened up on the tree. So it has to open on the tree. You don't want to go on. You can't force ripen it because it's poisonous.
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite poisonous. So you have to wait for it to open on the tree, and then you pick it from the tree.
wow.
You get it from it, so it sort of opens up.
How long does it take to open? Before you can eat it?
Yeah, I think it starts from a little seed and then it evolves.
Okay.
into
Well,
full-grown.
you can get ripened ones in a tin though.
So this
it's
vegetable.
not
Grace do it.
authentic though, is it, Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Grace plug.
So this vegetable with salt fish.
Saltfish, yeah,
Nice.
like our codfish, you know.
Oh, I have to try it now.
Yeah, you
don't
have
I?
to. I'm going to take you somewhere that we can try it. Really
Fantastic.
nice. Somewhere nice.
Fantastic. I'm always hoping to try. I hope I go to Jamaica one day. I will definitely.
Plantain,
go to Jamaica one
you
day.
Plantain.
Plantain. No. Africans are going to claim plantain. Okay.
No,
Not today,
no,
Satan.
no.
Not today.
Oh, what you started now.
I'm going to rep plantain all the way.
Don't get the plantain and the yam as well.
Yam.
Certainly yam. Don't
What about
the
sweet
plantain.
potato?
Yeah,
Well,
you
there's
can have sweet
variations.
potato.
There's loads of variations of that. No one can really claim that because that's worldwide.
Fair.
It is, isn't it?
Maybe the Irish.
Sweet potato though?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Anyway, we'll leave that conversation for another day. Who really owns yam and sweet potato and plantain and all of that good stuff? For now, unfortunately, we are at the end of the show.
Oh
I just want to
gosh,
say,
that's so quick.
I know. I hope you've enjoyed
I've
yourself. on the show.
totally had a blast. I love it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank
It's been
you.
a pleasure hearing about you, hearing about Jamaicans Inspired, and I wish you and the foundation and the charity all
Thank
the best
you.
of luck. And yes, your African family are behind you as well.
Because if you
We're
look at
all
our logo,
one.
that's the shape of Africa there.
I love
Our
it.
logo, so that's-
We're all one, Caribbean, African. It doesn't
We're
matter.
all
We're all
one,
one.
yeah.
So let's just come together and
Young,
support
gifted,
each other.
and black.
Yes.
Love it.
And yes,
our show.
fantastic. So yeah, we will be closing. I'll be closing the show. I'll be back same time next week. And I'm closing the show this week with a Jamaican, Vibes Cartel.
Yay!
Vibes Cartel featuring a Nigerian, Wizkid. I did that well, didn't I? I did that well.
Perfect.
So yes, and this is Wine to the Top.
Oh, yes.
So yes, have a beautiful week ahead.
Brilliant
Continue
show.
to touch somebody's life and make a difference in any way you can. All right, guys. Bye.